Alright, so we're actually going to run Sinestro, Nightwing, and for a team, we're going to go ahead with using Zatanna and Killer Frost. So we're just going to start this fight with this skill. As you noticed, that calls an assist. Sinestro has a thing where he actually goes ahead and gains 5 men for when a character is stunned or enraged. So Killer Frost will stun, and then he gains, and then we'll go ahead and whatchamacallit. Now, basically, this team is, I guess you would say it's basically a mend team, but it sort of really isn't. This skill with Killer Frost is a very good one because of the fact that it can remove shields. Now, Bonesaw is that one skill that you don't use right away. Even though you will see the AI use it, you don't want to use it unless the enemy is actually about to die. Just so that way you can get that cooldown reduction. Otherwise, you don't kill them, then you gotta wait 4 turns to use it as opposed to just 3. Now we have for Nightwing, we have damage to an enemy, 25% chance to apply invisibility to each teammate. Again, he's not exactly a character I worked on. I've been working on a couple other characters. And he's the thing with Nightwing is that he's a good character, but since he's also a splashable character, that also makes it hard to actually set an actual team around him because his skills are kind of like all over the place, where his basic skill can go ahead and cause invisibility to everyone. His second can go ahead and give 3 agility up, while his third skill can go ahead and just call someone to assist him. There's not an actual set with him. For instance, Sinestro, we know he can go ahead and do turn meter down. He can go ahead and cool down one of his skills. He can go ahead and apply 1 affinity resistance down to an enemy. So we know that he's negative. He applies negative effects to characters. Just like Zatanna, we know that she's gonna purge a buff with her final skill. She's gonna heal and stuff like that. See, this one heals, this one will also apply 1 intelligence down. Then we have Killer Frost, who can remove shields if the target, and she'll also deal 15% damage of max health if the target's stunned. This one also has a 15% chance to stun. This one does stun, and then she will remove 5% turn meter. When you legendary this skill up, she'll actually attack right after stunning the character. But we don't see an actual organized structure with Nightwing, which is the reason why we don't see him, why he's not so popular in the PvPs and what have you, because of the fact that he's not really structured. He's a splashable character that, say you don't have enough characters or you don't have someone that you really want to put on your team, you throw him in there. So I'll give you an example. So I'm going to use her stun skill. Right. Usually, it's like a chance of actually getting Killer Frost to attack after stunning. But it's still worth it to legendary it up because of the fact that her basic skill can actually stun. So she's not. It's not guaranteed she'll actually attack the same person she just stunned. She'll probably just attack someone else. But Killer Frost is also a very strong character. See, I'll even attack a blue character with Killer Frost just to show you guys how strong she is. Again, these are just like AI characters. If I was to go into like an actual red alert, it'd probably be less likely this team to be successful just because of the fact that I haven't worked on them. But, yeah. So that is actually, okay. Sorry, needed some water. Okay, so that is the basic concept of it. Yeah, they're not strong characters. And the problem with Blue Beetle is really just, hold on, I'll actually pull them up. I never worked on him. I started working on him, and then I realized that he's not really that good. He's a very situational character. The reason why I say he's situational is for this reason. 50% additional damage to shielded targets, +1 strength up for each shielded enemy, purge 1 buff per shielded enemy. He has a chance to gain 20% meter whenever an enemy gains a shield. This is about the only thing that's not situational and is actually helpful, and that's Carapace, which the first time Blue Beetle falls below 30% health, he gains 40% shield. Even these things, the best legendary skill, the only skill that you're going to really want a legendary up first with him is Scarab Slash, because it ignores shields. Everything else, it's +1 agility per shielded enemy, purge all immunities and awareness on if all enemies are unshielded. So this one is actually the weirdest one for, when you legendary Beetle Blast up, because of the fact that he needs shields. He needs his enemies to be shielded in order for him to be effective, but suddenly we see this. So that says two things. One, he's not a good character. Two, he wasn't very well thought out. And three, he would definitely need a stronger team to back him up. He's more of a support character that is honestly best to just sit and leave on the bench, not even work on. There are so many different characters you can work on to actually get to work here. This Harley Quinn, for instance, quite vexing. I use her for this love-hate is actually really awesome. Right now at level 7, it deals 100 plus 125% crit damage, which is good for taking out strong mystical characters like Etrigan. Even if you're fighting a Wonder Girl, a team where they're using Wonder Girl, perfect for that. Taking out Swamp Thing, characters like that. Usually it's a one-hit kill, so you can actually go ahead and focus on other things. She's also very good at attacking Huntress. You can use Bane. Bane is really good. He will stack up those heals really fast. And one of the other things about his mends is that everything that he has is tailored to mends. His first skill, he gets 50% plus damage if he has mend, which is easy because Venom Injection, he gains 2 mends and he heals. Backbreaker, he has a 50% chance to stun target if he's mending. 30% chance to use Venom when he takes damage. You can legendary these skills up, which is actually a really good idea, especially with, say, Backbreaker cooldown 1. We'll go to this one, gain stun immunity and critical immunity. Not that helpful right now, so it's not that important. But I would say that this is the best one to set a legendary up second, only because Bane is becoming more popular on teams. 20 critical chance if Bane is mending. So there's definitely something else you want to heal. You want a legendary. This one is definitely a second one you want a legendary, or you could even legendary that as a third option. You have a lot of different choices here. Just keep in mind that Bane is becoming very popular, so you want to start investing in characters that are strong. For instance, Arcus Chummock is a very good and strong green character. May and Fist can actually go ahead and take out most red characters' health by like half. You have the capability of going ahead and attacking twice. But that's that. And yeah, like I said, Nightwing, there's not much to say on him. He's very splashable. The downside for Nightwing is that he doesn't really have a set skill. You know, he doesn't have a set skill set. Wow. like a tongue twister there. You know, we have light special damage, we have 25% chance to apply invisibility, and really, if you want to go with the invisibility way for Nightwing, I would say if you want to do like that whole invisibility thing, don't use Nightwing for that team, because you could use this Robin right here and his leader skill right here. Each ally has a 33% chance to go invisible when critically hit. Passive ability, 40% chance to gain invisibility at the beginning of Robin's turn. Gain 2 invisibility. So you're getting a lot more if you have Robin. And even like Sinestro, and it shames me to say this, but Sinestro is actually a better option than Nightwing. Given the fact that he does the infinity resistance down, so he's going to make it easier to kill your enemies. Say you have a blue team and you decide to throw blue-green where Sinestro's the only green. Affinity down, now they're not going to be able to resist against those, the reds are not going to be able to resist against the blues. Basic analogy. Light special damage. Well, yes, it's weak damage, but still you keep that, you save that for when they're about to die, and you got -1 cooldown, so still works. Apply enrage, and remember, whenever he's enraged, whenever an enemy is enraged or stunned, he will get 5 meds. Just remember that. As long as you legendary up Feed on Terror. So that is definitely an option for you guys. Other than that, I can't really tell you much about Superboy. That was the other one that someone asked me for. I didn't unlock Superboy. It's been kind of hard to unlock Superboy, seeing as they haven't actually done an event around him. I do want to give a shout out to Nuke on Tent and Preston050. Preston asked for a Nightwing team, and Nuke on Tent went ahead and asked for a Blue Beetle and Banana Sinestro. And I also asked maybe even Superboy, just without just pairing them with meta tunes. Right now, the meta as it stands, we're looking at what's the name? So we're seeing that Ocean Master's becoming more meta. We're seeing Arsenal's becoming meta. Wonder Girl is definitely meta. Atrocitus, we all know, is meta. We see him in every team now. Kind of annoying because most of the teams that use Atrocitus are more beatdowns. There's no creativity to it. It's basically sort of like a copy and paste type thing. This Superman right here is actually starting to see more action, I've noticed. Who else? There's a couple people that are actually starting to see more. General Zod is starting to see more action as well. Yeah, we're getting to a whole new paradigm shift. Even Larfleeze is very meta, and what's his name? Black Manta might actually start seeing more action now that he's. I've noticed he's seeing more action, so he's definitely going to start becoming meta. I predict that. Where is she? Enchantress will become meta due to the current event that we have going on. And you guys are actually not going to believe this, but I saw this guy in a team previously, and I actually fought him with my Atlantean team, and yeah, it was not even like a fight. It's pretty much a slaughter, and this person had that guy up to like Legendary 3, so it's pretty shameful that he's a character and he's supposed to be better than the original OG Aquaman. But anyways, yeah, so that's that team. And again, I do want to apologize for not having Superboy or Superboy unlocked. And if you guys ever want to shoot you guys have any ideas for next teams or characters you want to see me do, these are the characters I do not have unlocked. We have Superboy. I keep forgetting that when you go back, they just go ahead and whatever. So I'll just show you like this: Grodd, Batgirl, Wally West, Jon Stewart, Shazam, Steppenwolf, Etrigan, Green Martian, and these two. I forget what their name is. Actually, I wonder who this is. I know we're supposed to be getting them, Black Lightning and the other girl. So I'm actually looking forward to that event. But yeah, leave me a comment below. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, so that way you guys can go ahead and be notified when I drop a new video. I definitely will be dropping 2 videos this week, probably depending if I can get some some requests. Also, I might just end up doing the requests maybe Sunday and then just dropping another video before the end of the week or on the weekend, just so that way I could show you guys my theoretical team, because I do have a theoretical team. I don't know, for those of you who haven't seen my more recent videos, I have a team that is supposed to theoretically work. And I did test it out. It works really well. I just want to show you guys how it works. This team right here, very well balanced because it has 2 healers. Although Raven does damage herself while healing, but I will show you. I will go into more in depth into that next video. Until then, I love you guys. Take care. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, hit the notification bell and also subscribe to and leave comments. All right. Bye.